Atlanta, you're listening to the Abbie Knights Morning Show, the number one party show in the city.
I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, number one desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, number one desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air, that's how I roll. I got change to throw, I don't care about no gold. Better, so much better, flipping incredible. Always on the show so they know that I still got.
What's going on, everybody? And we're back with the crew. Finally, the moment Cadence has been waiting for.
We're back. Yes.
We're back, and we get to talk about the slap.
Oh, my Lord. Do we have to? I don't want to talk about them no more. I'm good now.
Now you're good?
He's
He's
getting
been dying
deeper
to
and
talk
deeper
about
and deeper. Jada didn't even want to be
Oh,
married to him anymore. Forget the slap.
Yeah.
Everything is coming out. Listen, I'll marry Will. Will, if you listening, anyone that knows Will, I'll marry you, Will. We could be happily
Yeah.
together. Just make me laugh for the rest of my life, okay?
He's actually so funny in real life. Like,
He's
he
hilarious.
seems so chill and so laid back. Luckily, he was one of the last people I had left on my little list of like people I wanted to work with, and I got the opportunity to do that.
You want to work with? Okay.
On the last,
I was
not
wondering
like
where we were
that.
heading on that.
I got to DJ for him though. I did his premiere for the party that they had to do for the movie Gemini Man. So like it was
And
dope.
he's
I
super
met him.
cool, right?
He's awesome.
He's so funny.
Yes.
Yes.
He just has this aura about him and stuff like that. You just want to be like, I want to get to know Will. Like I want to know Will.
Yeah, he was mad. He was putting one of his like people on his team on blast, talking about if I would have fired you, you would have never met your wife, because apparently like his driver wasn't there to pick him up in time. I forget. Like, listen, I'm messing up the story, but
Girl,
long
she
story
said
short,
she
he was
cried
so
down
cool.
the whole way down the aisle. She did not want to get married to him. It was like a whole thing. I'm like, oh nah.
My whole thing is,
Will,
imagine how
I'm
that's
here
gotta
for you,
feel for
Will.
him though. Like,
And the sad thing about it is like when you hear it, you know how sometimes you hear things like when we're talking about like
Yeah.
Rihanna and ASAP, you know, and everybody like, you know, they're cheating and everything. Like part of you says, I don't know if that's true or not, but whenever you hear stuff like Jada being that type of way towards Will, you automatically believe it. You're like, yeah, I could definitely see that.
She definitely looks like she wears
definitely
the
runs
pants in
the.
the relationship. 100%.
I was just about to say that she definitely
Will,
runs the.
yes.
She
If
definitely
you're gonna
wears
have
the more
another
down.
dude, y'all, if you're gonna have another dude and say, honey, he's just gonna join family vacations and trips, bro, no offense, you getting slapped. You like, I don't know what's happening over there. I don't know.
I got a
if Jada
theory on
puts a
that.
strap on, but it's crazy. Like, there's no way. There's no way. I know they swing, so I don't know
not
where
even
she's
5
swinging.
minutes.
But
I think we didn't even make it 5 minutes today, guys. We didn't even make it, but hey, it's all good. Hey, but I feel like the theory on that, I think that what happened was, I think that she caught Will cheating a long time ago. And it was something where it was like, okay, if that's what we're doing, then that's what we're going to do. And that's why Will hasn't been able to really say too much about it, because
exactly, Cadence.
his stuff just isn't out in the laundry, out in the air for everybody. But I think that
Supposedly
he got
had
caught
relations.
back in the day.
Yep. He
Yeah.
supposedly had relations with all of the actresses that he dealt with, except I think for Margot Robbie, which was the last movie that he
Oh,
had did,
wow.
which was Focus before. So like I
Mhm.
know he had some ish with Gabrielle Union and Bad Boys. Like it was a whole thing. That's why, if you notice, she had to stop her career after the Bad Boy film and was off the scene for a while, because she, like, behind the scenes stuff, I got a little tea. She was supposedly super in love with Will and like didn't know what to do with herself.
Like,
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you notice,
Nice.
there was a time gap that she was off the scene for a minute, Joe. I'm just saying.
just
Wow.
saying, you know, just saying, just a little.
Come to us to get all the information. We got it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Right here. I mean, look, I just got to say, though, do you think the way he handled that in that moment was justified? Because I'm going to tell you right now, Chris Rock took that slap like a
When-
G.
When it first
He could've just
happened,
knelt.
I thought that he was doing the right thing. Now looking back on it, I feel like, you know, he should have handled it better. I guess the whole time I thought he could have handled
I
it
don't
better.
feel like
But at
that
same
was the time and place to handle that, though. That was
No.
not, he could have
Hey.
waited till after he could have
He coulda
received his
yelled.
award, and he could have put Chris Rock on blast for, you know, such a distasteful joke. and people would have totally been on his side. But for you to get up, slap him the way that you did on such a prestigious award show and walk off smirking, I mean, it was a thug move. Don't get me wrong. He definitely made a statement, but it's cost him being banned from the Oscars. You know, it's really ruined his reputation. People are saying they're disgusted by his actions.
Has it? Listen,
a lot of
people, conspiracy theory wise, we're gonna go flip on the other end. You know, I'm down with the PR and marketing, and anytime something happens, you already know I know. Chris Rock sales went up. Will Smith was trending beyond. It was his first Oscar that he won. Why would he smirk when he walked off? Like, regardless or not, the Oscars have been Oscar so white. So they needed to make a statement. He doesn't care if he's going to be on the scene for another 10 years or not. I don't think like he's still going to make movies and do whatever.
Here's what I will say though. I did get some tea too. From my own sources.
I'm running out of tea here. Hold on.
Go ahead, drink up. So someone I know spoke to a close family friend, and they said that Will had actually had a private conversation with Chris Rock prior to the Oscars and had asked him to leave Jada alone, to not make any jokes related to her illness, so on and so forth. And so from what I was told,
that's how I felt when it happened.
When he went ahead and decided to go ahead and bust that joke, even though, I mean, you always know if you're front row and there's a comedian, someone's going to come at you. But what I was told was because they had that understanding privately, he felt really disrespected publicly by the way he handled it, especially when he was like, that was a good one, right? That was a good one. He laughed,
girl. He laughed. Like, if you were
he was laughing hard.
Like, and Jada's like,
her eyes were rolling. Man,
G.I. Jane was a badass mother movie. Listen, Jada, I know she's going through everything, and it is an illness.
It's distasteful because it's health related, I feel like. But G.I. Jane was a badass.
Was an amazing movie. Demi Moore looked fabulous. That was such a kick-ass movie for women. Like, I don't mind.
I wouldn't have minded it either, but I don't know. You could tell that Jada was really triggered by it. So anyway, I thought we'd touch on it. I feel like the whole thing, it's crazy that the slap, hashtag the slap has taken over global news.
Before. I knew it. I knew there had to have been some discussion before because Will Smith don't seem like the type of person that would just fire off.
No, and he's so cool when you meet him in person too.
Situationships, entanglement. I'm telling you, that's set him off. I
felt like there had to have been like one of them, like, look, you say something about my wife, we gonna have a problem. And he was like, oh, he want to try me. So then I think the N-word came out of Will Smith, and he was like, I'm about to go and show this dude because he thinks I'm playing. So I don't know. It's a tough situation.
Well, I mean, the way he started screaming after, though,
because she's
it was the scream. It was the extra. That's why I said he could have just yelled at and been his piece. The fact that he went up and smacked him, like, that took it to a whole nother level.
I don't think that was planned at all. But
I bet when nobody else talked about her.
Watch Deep Water. It's the new Ben Affleck movie that's on Netflix. And it's a whole situation about him and his wife. And the wife has relations and brings these dudes into the house. And he seems okay with it. And then he kills them. So,
wow. That took a left turn.
This movie, though, literally is like a thing. Because, like, all the people are like, how do you deal with your wife just bringing a new dude in all the time? She's like, oh, that's her piano teacher. She playing all the keys. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay. All of them.
Watch this movie called Deep Water on Netflix. I'm telling you, it was good. I was like, oh my God, this is Jada and Will without the killing.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
Just the slaps. Well, speaking of killing and Ben Affleck, let's separate the two stories. J-Lo and Ben Affleck are re-engaged. How many years later? They're back together, more in love than ever, it seems. She is glowing and living her best life. She was all emotional, talking about her engagement and how it all went down. Super happy for her. I've met J-Lo before. She is beautiful in person. But I did want to talk about, since you were talking about killing and relationships and stuff, that really went left. I wasn't planning on segueing like this, but Courtney Taylor stabs her boyfriend, Christian, 20 times, and this lady is claiming self-defense. Maybe I'm crazy, but self-defense is not stabbing somebody 20 times.
Yeah.
When you're defending yourself, maybe a couple times, you do enough to get yourself out of the situation. 20? And then there's a
Nothing to do
picture,
with
there's
That's
like
a
footage of
lot.
her covered in blood post the incident. And then she's seen like just a week later out in Miami at a
I saw
club or
that,
at a bar, like smiling. And then she's all irritated that someone's got their camera in her face. First of all,
I'm confused
what?
because when I was in trouble, or when I used to get in trouble back in the day for like stupid stuff like driving on suspended, part of my probation and stuff was I couldn't go nowhere like bars and clubs. So how is it that she's getting to be able to go to a club and she stabbed somebody 20 times? I'm completely confused on that. I'm gonna need them to call them and get that taken care of because that
I
don't make no sense.
mean, I could think of a few reasons why, but I'm so confused by this situation because why is
It's
it that
sad.
it's not being taken that serious? It seems like,
Yeah.
you know, is it
Yeah.
because is it because of the ethnicities? I'm gonna just go ahead and put it out there. Is it because she's white and he's not, that it's just not that important? I mean, it just happens. Self-defense is not I'm sorry, if you shoot somebody 20 times, that is not self-defense.
Yeah, no.
The
And I think
baby
they were
shot
also
an
saying she
intruder
has
in the leg
money. They
once.
try to pay it off. Like there was like a whole thing about that. It's real.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
It's really, really sad. And I mean, our condolences go out to Christian's family. Obviously, we don't know the full story, but just based off what we're seeing on social media, someone who's really remorseful over actions like that, who, murdered someone that they were in a relationship with. I mean, you're not going to be found out smiling at a bar, but I mean, I don't know. That's just me. We live in a crazy world. Like, people are so desensitized by real life situations like this that it's really starting to get scary.
It is
Yeah,
because they
very
see
true.
movies, they see this stuff in the metaverse, all this other stuff that it's like, especially the video games, all of that, like literally desensitizes so much stuff.
is
And
not
then the stuff
normal.
that they exploit. Before, remember, things were censored, not to be like you shouldn't see it, but it was just like it does
wasn't
something,
so
it triggers
normal.
your brain, like it does release like certain endorphins, things like that they've shown in studies that like literally this part of your brain glows up when crazy things happen. Like if you see violence situations and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So even, for example, the whole subway situation that happened in New York, it's the craziest thing. Like watching the videos, it looked insane.
Horrifying.
It looked like a movie. It looked like I didn't even know what happened. Like I kept thinking, I ride the subway every day when I was going to school and stuff. So I'm like, to know how small that cart is and like what would you do? Like would I tackle the guy? Would I hide under, where you can't hide anywhere? You're like literally in a 5-foot space. So
And
it's
there's nowhere to
insane.
run. There's literally
No,
like you
and
have
the
nowhere
handles
to
are
go.
locked to go to the other cars. Usually, you can go to the other car, but on that line, sometimes that train is known to not have the be able accessibility to go through the next car. So to see people trying to open it and no one could get out, like no.
So
Like even
crazy.
watching that, I still think it's like this crazy movie to know that happened here. Like, and I would take the train every day as a kid to school.
Yeah. Well, that's the world that we live in now. I mean, Governor Kemp, here in Atlanta, he's signed a bill that says that you can legally carry a concealed weapon.
With all
No
the
license,
shootings,
no
right?
training, no mental evals, like nothing. Like everybody can be packing, so anyone and everyone can get it. So I'd urge people to please, proceed with more caution when, you're trying to just rough handle individuals out in the street. It's getting crazy. I feel like we are literally living a real life version of, what's the name of that movie? The Purge. That's what it feels like to me. It feels
And
like
people
we are
don't
stuck
fight
in the
anymore.
Purge.
They don't use their hands. Like I've seen videos, you've seen videos that have been streaming on stuff like that on social that have been gone around that like people, like a guy will try to fight you and physically throw down. 2 seconds later, you see someone go grab a gat and shoot them. Like you weren't man enough or woman, whatever the situation is, to handle the situation or just walk away. Like either or, you had to go up and beyond. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know.
Well,
You
it's
see it in
crazy
road
because
Win
rages
now,
and
some,
all these crazy
you
situations.
lose some, but you live to fight another
not the
day.
knuckle sandwich.
You so
Well,
serious.
there's like, I mean, even men are assaulting women in a way that's like,
Yes.
it's cool now. I saw this guy try to hit on this girl, and because she didn't respond the way he wanted her to, he
I saw
grabbed
that
his
too.
skateboard and he hit her so hard. I don't even know how she made it. I
Dude,
mean,
there was a
Oh wow.
situation like that with a woman in a train. He tried to hug up on her and try to approach her. She was like, "No, I'm good. I have a boyfriend." He got upset and physically assaulted her, grabbed her phone, threw it in the train because she went to go record
Wow.
him. He got upset, threw it in the train, and there was a guy watching, she said, and a grown man, and no one wanted to help.
I just can't, man. I
Like
just
men, I don't know
beside
who
myself.
raised them. A lot of them, no offense, but like some of them, their mamas, I don't know what's going on, but they've lost respect for women, like in certain sense, and think it's okay. Like I
And to
literally
be
asked a guy
fair,
for the lighter the other day. I was like, "Can you pass me a lighter or whatever?" And he was just like, "No, you're welcome." I was just like, I don't understand. Like you act like I'm asking for something. If you don't want to give me something, you didn't have to. Like
that's society for you. That is definitely society for you these days. So yeah, that's
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Somebody got some sirens going on in the back. I
it's
mean,
New York City life, honey. I didn't even hear that. There's a meme I gotta show you on your.
yeah.
It's funny.
It's like
It's
white
hilarious,
noise to
and it's
you.
like
Yeah, you
that.
don't even
The girl
notice
was
it
like,
anymore.
something's wrong because she heard crickets, and then all of a sudden she grabbed a recorder and pressed play, and it was like, "Ew, ew," sirens.
Oh, that was more
And she was
comforting.
like this.
Yeah.
God, sleep tight.
The world that we live in. I don't know. This stuff is crazy. I figured that we'd touch on that real quick just because I feel like those are really hard topics to digest, at least for me personally. I miss the 90s. I miss the early 2000s when life felt more neutral. It felt more normal. People
I think
enjoyed
life was
life
crazy
more.
back then too. We just had social media to tell us how
Yes.
crazy it was.
And social media now
Because
shows everything exactly.
yeah, I remember the '90s, like where I lived at in Missouri, like they had to ban Menace to Society from being played at the movie theater because everybody would go in there and they'd get in fights and do all that type of stuff. But it's like you didn't hear about that because there was no internet to tell me that people in Sacramento were fighting and people in Texas was doing all this stuff. You only got the news. So I think it's always been crazy. I think it's just social media now has allowed us to be able to
Yeah.
be neighbors with everybody. So I think
Way
that's why
more
we see it a
exploited.
lot now.
It's
Agree,
sad.
100%.
It's sad. But
Yo, Abby, real quick, a funny meme I saw too was like, oh, the 90s were back. They're like, Britney's pregnant, J-Lo and Ben are back. Men are starting to wear baggy pants again. 90s are back.
and you actually kind of took the words out of my mouth because that's what I was just about to talk about. Britney Spears is pregnant. So she was released from her conservatorship and now she's living her best life and she's
Busted wide
preggers.
open.
And Nutella, bring it back. I don't, what do you
How old
guys
is
think
Britney
about
now?
this?
How old is Britney now?
I don't know.
Nobody
How old is
knows.
Britney?
Alexa, how old is Britney?
I don't know. I hope the baby
Spears.
not crazy, okay?
She's 40 years old. Alexa just told me. That's my girlfriend.
Oh,
Shout
wow.
out to Alexa. So,
Okay,
she said
shout
she's
out to
40.
Alexa.
So, congratulations to
Don't say her
Britney,
name.
though. That's pretty dope. If she wants
Yeah.
to have kids right now,
Circling over
I guess
there.
that's.
I mean,
what
one
to
thing
do.
I will say is I'm all for people being happy and in love. It's like, I don't know, it feels like a trend because now also Kim K started talking about how, her and Pete are like talking marriage. Yeah,
Ooh, Kanye gonna get mad.
I'm just, first of
Their
all,
kids are so cute.
it's a little too new though. I feel like to be talking about marriage for someone that's in her financial position. Okay, she's marrying Kim is not marrying a regular person. There's an incredible amount of wealth. There's a lot that goes into that, a lot of paperwork, a lot of NDAs, a lot of everything. And listen, like I said, I'm all for everybody being happy. Kim looks beautiful. She looks like she's glowing, like she's really enjoying life. If y'all haven't seen the new season of The Kardashians, you need to see it. The new Keeping Up with the Kardashians has a whole new fresh take on their life. Like the directing perspective, whoever's directing the show now, it looks like it's been revived. It's fun, it's exciting. They're showing stuff they used to never show before. Kim's son was playing a game on the iPad and there was a pop-up talking about new sex footage leaked from, her tapes back in the day with Ray J. And it showed her like kind of breaking down and getting on the phone with Kanye and calling her attorneys. Like they used
I
to
thought she
never
didn't
show
have a
this
second
stuff.
take. I thought there wasn't
Exactly.
a second
Listen,
take.
all these marketing
She
ploys,
sat
people,
here,
okay?
all
She
these
needs to
people
have
sitting
something
here and
spicy
lied,
in her
man.
life, okay?
Well, but she was talking about that and she said she didn't remember, but then she said they're pushing it so hard. You can go watch the new season. I'm telling you.
Look at you.
She
Are
is
you getting
talking
paid
about
by
it.
them? See? No,
No, but I'm just saying, if you watch it,
in.
she's talking of like she's like literally crying and all this stuff. Like, and then she was like, "Well, maybe they did record something, whatever." She's
I
like,
bet.
"I don't." I mean, look, like she said, at the end of the day, it's 20 years later. It was a boyfriend that she had, and she was like, "I'm a normal person." She's like,
Then
"Yes,
just say
my
that.
boyfriend that I was in love with, we recorded a tape. It is what it is, but I'm a mom with 4 kids, and this is not the time to be rehashing this. Like, I already went through, being humiliated back then when it initially was leaked, and there's no reason for me to be going through this again 20 years later." And I can understand that because now she's, trying to be an attorney, she's got her kids, and she is a lot more conservative publicly than she used to be.
And that's
Listen,
why
the
she should have
internet's the
just.
internet,
That's
it's
why
over.
she should have told the truth at the beginning and said, "Yeah,
Exactly.
there might be another tape. I don't know if there is or not. I was wild back then. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And then that would have left that alone. It'd have been done from that. But then to sit there and lie about it and be like, "There's no tape, and I'm gonna get my lawyers, and they're gonna sue everybody, and all of this stuff." And now you sitting on boo hoo. Oh, now there might be a tape. I don't know. Get out of here, man. You might not remember that tape at the time, but you remember making the tape when people started bringing it back up. You remember, "Oh, okay, I did make more than one tape." You need to stop capping with that.
Listen, she just needed a few more views, so they had to rehash it and bring it back up. Marketing, you don't understand. Kris Jenner personally would go pick up her checks from the little sex place, wherever, the studio,
What?
herself. She would pick up her daughter's sex tape checks herself.
Oh,
So,
wow.
marketing ploys. Just needed a few more views.
Listen, Mama
few more
is
posts.
nothing to play with. Mama Jenner, look, if I was going to get a manager, I would love to have a Kris Jenner in my corner, because people can talk about the Kardashians all they want, say that they're stupid, they don't know what they're doing, they're a bunch of airheads, they don't have a real talent. Having a successful business is a talent, and the mom is on point. There's a lot of people with money that can't get businesses off the ground. I mean, look at Khloe. There was other ventures that she tried to do that went absolutely nowhere. They tanked. Her show ratings weren't amazing, on the radio show that she had and all this stuff. But the denim line, it did well. It's catching, And
Well, they have
I'm
money
just
to do
saying,
that.
Kris Jenner
Shut
is
up,
a
Khloe
beast.
Simpson.
Try different things, okay?
Yeah, I'm just
All they
saying.
gotta really do is say, "I have an idea. I'm going to pay a team to make my idea come to life." Like,
I would love to
when
do
you have
that.
the funds, no offense, things come a little bit more quicker. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I just wonder if OJ pays child support. That's all I want to know. I want to know if OJ pays child support. So.
right.
I'm just saying.
Bro, I mean, she's
she
had
don't
so
look-
much work
she
done.
don't
She
look
doesn't
like
even
none
look
of
like
them.
the same person anymore. Like, she took all the
That is
black out of
facts.
her, okay? She don't even look nothing like she used to before.
Khloe looks good, though. I will
She
say.
looks amazing. Oh, she looks amazing. But I'm saying she's got a lot of work done. That's
By
all.
the way, is it just me that feels like Kim has lost a lot of weight? Like, she's real small. Like, real small.
I bet
She's really
Kanye
tiny,
probably
too.
liked
She
her a
is
little
5'4".
bigger, probably. So she was all for it because Kanye liked her a little bigger, and now she's with Pete, and she's feeling good about herself. She looks great. I'll give her that. She looks great. I've never been a huge
Or it could just
Kim-
be the skims
Kim
that are
fan.
sucking everything in, people. It could be the
Could be the
skims.
Skims.
You might need to go
Could
get
be
you
the
some
Skims.
skims. Plug.
The products are good, though. I do like the Skims products. I did buy a couple different things, and I'm here for it. But just crazy situation. Shout out to Kris Jenner.
Hey.
I feel like she's the momager manager of like every
like the
year,
mama.
the decade, the century. Like, mama don't play.
I like Mama.
I wanted to get you guys' take on Krishan Rock and Blueface.
What's going on now? I ain't even heard this. What
Oh.
happened?
No, I'm kidding.
How is Blueface even relevant anymore? Last thing we did was bust down Tatiana. That was the last.
That was like
thing.
5 years
Bust
ago.
down. Yeah,
Exactly.
come on now. But what he do? Tell us what he did.
Well, he's
What
got
happened?
the situation with Krishan, and she seems like she's head over heels in love with him. And then he always tries to make her look crazy. But then there's been some footage that she put up of him taking her on a date, on a helicopter ride. They're all lovey-dovey. She posted a screenshot from the mom talking about, "I haven't seen my son this happy or smile like this in so long." And then he comes out and denies her, and he makes her look like she's crazy. And then he's
Because he
talking
got
about,
his
I'm
own stuff
single,
going
ain't
on.
nobody serious, like, and he
Probably has
makes her.
another girl he's cheating on or other girls, and he just doesn't want everyone to know. But they all know,
There
and he's just trying to
there is
deny it.
something that goes to say for when a man is a man who chooses women, like very few men actually choose women. Usually women choose men. But if
Mm-hmm.
you are a man that actually chooses women like that, they don't want to be in that position to feel like that. So that's why you get those issues like that where he's saying I'm single, but he's still taking her out and all that stuff like that. So it's a wild situation, but it's gonna happen until he wants to slow down. He's not gonna slow down until he's ready. So if
My whole
she's in
thing
that
is,
space,
He's
why
making
is
new
she
just
song
still?
move on.
already, okay?
Yeah, why is she still there? I don't know. I'm curious. Like, it
Because
doesn't.
She's in
women are
love.
fixers.
She is getting
Women are
down, Abby.
fixers.
What do you mean? You've been baptized before. You know. You know.
I haven't
No,
actually.
women are
Well, it's a
fixers.
problem.
Women,
It's a bad
women,
problem to have.
women will look at a man and they'll say, "I love everything about this man except for this one thing, one or two things, and I can fix it because I'm the woman to fix that in that man." And that's probably what she thinks with Blueface. She's like, "I know that he wants to be with all these women, but I'm different than them, and I'm gonna make this man stop." That man ain't gonna
Well,
stop
did
until
you
he's ready
hear
to
her
stop.
response when he said that they weren't together?
But
She
she
was like,
say,
"What you talking about?" She's like, "Ain't nobody creaming on you. Ain't nobody doing this on you. I've been creaming on you." Like,
Next
I'm
subject. I'm over them.
wow.
"I'm over them."
Like, it's just
What?
it's
Who cares?
and why are they like?
Oh,
I don't know.
Blueface, baby.
Listen,
Um,
toxic traits. Leave it alone, people. You don't like
toxic trait.
toxicity. Toxicity. Okay, say that fast a lot of times. Okay, it's not a good word. It doesn't work out. Okay, just like this situation.
It's
Leave
not a
it
good. It's
alone.
not meant to be. It's
Okay,
like milk and
get over
oil.
these broke
It's
niggas
not
that
gonna
don't want to
happen.
be and do anything for you. Okay, and want to lie
Leave it
about you.
alone.
You
Right.
should be with a man that values you, that screams at the top of the hills
Tell him.
your
Tell him.
name. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Have a man that appreciates you, so know your worth. Just leave it alone. It's not
Yes.
worth it. And look, you don't want to be exploited like this and dragged in the mud for what? Like if
For
a man doesn't
nothing.
respect you, goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Have respect
Next.
for yourself, ladies. Respect.
Next.
RESPECT.
Okay, find out what it means to me. Okay, so next subject, since we're over them, because I mean, it really is
Goodbye.
like, it's like playing a broken record. Rihanna has been giving me life this pregnancy. I love how she is trying to change the fashion standards on how women look and feel while they're pregnant. She was like, I'm pregnant, my body's doing incredible things, and there's no reason for me to hide it or feel ashamed of it. This is a beautiful thing that I'm doing. I'm embracing my body and I'm loving every step. And I'm so happy for her. Like, I'm talking like I know her. I don't know Rihanna, shout out to her, but I love how happy she is. I love it for her so much because I feel like she's
Yeah.
really deserved it for a long time.
The Vogue shoe looks amazing. Her and
Incredible.
Annie Leibovitz, all of them
I
did an
agree.
amazing job. It
Mm-hmm.
looks super dope, super fly. She had so many great looks. I mean, there are rumors about the whole ASAP Rocky cheating thing, but I mean, supposedly it's not true with her shoe designer. But anyways, long story short, Riri, we love you. The baby girl is gonna be so cute.
So cute. I can't wait. By the way,
And
did
that
you?
goes back to what we were saying earlier, that if a man wants to slow down, he's going to slow down on his own. He found him somebody that made him happy. So
But you
I don't
guys heard
believe the
about the
rumors.
cheating
I think that,
rumors. I just want you to put it
but
out there. I mean,
it
I'm
looks
not gonna
like
stir
the
I'm
person
not
who
gonna
put him,
stir the teapot.
But
the
you
person
stirring
who
it.
actually put it out, they actually put a thing out saying they apologized that the story wasn't correct last time I seen. So it's a complete mess. But I can't imagine what it'd be like to be famous and to have people always in your business 24/7. You know what I
It's
mean? Like that
difficult,
that would
yeah.
be so wow.
Well,
So but
speaking of the
shout out to them. They
Kardashian
seem really
situation,
happy.
she just spoke about Tristan. You had Chloe speak about the whole Tristan situation because she found out
Oh
the day
Lord.
before she gave birth to True that he cheated. And she still allowed him to come into the room, the emergency, and, into the hospital room and all of that to see their child be born. But to
Is she
find out the
surprised that he
day
cheated?
Well,
before you're giving
apparently,
birth,
the rumor is that when she found out, she was under so much stress that she actually went into labor almost
yeah, that's
immediately
insane.
because of it.
That's
So
sad.
it is
Yeah, that's
really
a lot of
sad.
stress.
People have become so desensitized. I actually came across this quote that was really dope. We're going to go ahead and say that this is our quote of the day, because I feel like we live in a society that doesn't even know how to appreciate realism anymore. And anyway, I can't find the quote right now, but basically what it was saying, I have it on here and it was so good. I lied. I got it right
Live
here.
your life.
I found it. Social media has made perfect look achievable, so now real has become undesirable. So people are so completely like
See that?
brainwashed by what they see on social
Ooh, good
media that they
one.
don't like what's real anymore. Not from
No.
bodies, not from lifestyles, nothing. Personalities, how they choose their friends, how they choose to openly show that they're living their life. Nothing is real anymore. And it's crazy. Like, I'm not here for that part, guys. I can't do
That's
it. It's
crazy.
too much.
Yeah,
I'm not here
me
for
either.
that either. But
It
that's one of the
really is
greatest
too
quotes
much.
I'm
I've
glad
ever
I'm
heard
older to
so
where
far.
I feel like I've had enough of my life without social media to where it doesn't bother me like that, where I have to do those type of things. Because
Yeah.
you see a lot of wild things out here these days because everybody sees somebody else and they think these people are perfect, and you got people with thin lips putting fillers in their lips, getting all crazy duck lips and stuff, because they think that's the cool thing. It's like there's so many things. People love yourself. Love yourself,
I
man.
mean, I'm just
There's nothing
saying,
wrong with
I'm
who
not
you
trying
are.
to be anything other than what I am. I am
There
not
you go.
balling
That
out of
part.
control. I don't have millions. Yes, I have bought knockoff Gucci, what do you call them? The little slides. Like, people ask me, and somebody was like, why would you tell them that? I said, because I'm not trying to act like I'm something I'm not. Girl, they was $20. I bought them offline, and they look just like the real ones, and it is what it is. Like, I thought they were cute. I mean, do I
A
want to
lot of
drop
them, a lot
three
of them
hundred
famous people
dollars?
wearing fake stuff.
But
They wearing
here's,
fake stuff
listen,
too.
here's the
So
real
yeah,
joke. People are out here talking about, ooh, you wearing fake this, ooh, you wearing fake that. I got the real this. Listen, I'm not knocking it because some of the brands make some beautiful products. However, you are paying a 600 to 900% markup on a product. So who's the real dummy? Me, because I bought a knockoff for way less money that looks almost exactly the same, or you that's paying $3,000 for an item that literally cost them $2.50 to make.
Right.
I'm
Send
just
me that link, Abby.
I'm just carrying that. Okay. I'm just saying, like, real is real, and people don't know how to keep it
yeah.
real anymore. Speaking of which, you got anything for us today, boo?
Listen, the world is a mess. There's just too much going on, okay? Just keep it real in life. There is nothing today. We've literally tapped on all the main things going on in this world today, right now, in this great segment that we had. So you just need to keep it real with yourself. Like the last few subjects that we just touched upon, have respect for yourself, keep it real. Like that's the one thing. Because listen, all these surgeries and all this stuff is not going to last long. And we'll see how long it lasts. You got to keep getting it. A lot of these things are new. You don't know what you're going to look like. You seen what Donatella Versace, listen, Donatella, I love you, girl, but you seen what she looks like? Okay. So you want to keep doing this stuff to yourself? Like you're going to look like
Yeah.
that later on in life. All right. So love yourself. God gave you these amazing things. You could fix a little thing here too, but stop going OD. Like it's getting out of control. The BBL, whatever, the big booty thing that's happening, it's out of control. Like I've actually done squats and I've gained. I've got gains. It really
She
works.
got real gains,
You
I
just
don't
y'all.
gotta
believe you. Let me
put
see
She
it.
the
got a
work
little round
in.
peach
Let me
going
see
on
it.
back
People don't
there.
want to put the work in.
Let them know. Let them know, Rhea.
Girl,
Let them know. Let
I've
the
been
people
working
know.
on my squat game. Okay, I've
Okay.
been working on it. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Them things
it
been
is
growing.
real. Lunges, squats. Yes. See, look.
Look. Hey,
Look.
hey, look at that. Look at
Hey,
that. Hey,
hey, watch out now, watch out
hey.
Okay, y'all. I'll show you before and after pictures later. But this is work for. This is real. Okay.
now. There you
In the
go, that
gym,
part.
commitment. I'm just saying, people out there, it's important to be real with yourself, be real with the people around you. But I think a lot of that starts with loving yourself. And a lot of people have not figured out how to do that because they're living their life for outward perception and other people and not for themselves. So that's
Yeah.
that. Before we go, real quick though, Mariah Carey did a live sitting in the pool in a full-on gown. I love me some Mariah, man. She is never gonna change. Like, who else sits in a
Typical
pool in a
Mariah.
full-on gown? And she's talking about, hi darlings. Chris Brown has his third baby. For any of you guys out there that kind of missed that, he does have a third baby now. But the one thing I really wanted us to talk about today,
Lizzo not having clothes on again.
no. Reusable toilet paper.
What? No, we're not going to talk
Did
about that.
anybody-
That's not a thing. Please
First
tell
of
me
all-
that is not a thing.
Yes, there is a company that has
No,
created
I'm good, bro. I'm
a
good.
roll of cloth paper. So apparently you're supposed to
Cloth.
wipe yourself and put it in the hamper.
Listen, if they want to stop stuff, stop making utensils, recyclable utensils. Okay, stop just making plastic cups. Like, figure out some smart things. Okay,
am
toilet
an
paper is not
American.
one of them. Toilet, just leave that alone.
I am an
Leave that
American,
alone.
and in America, we use non-usable, reusable toilet paper. I can't believe this story. This is the craziest story. I can't believe this. Somebody, what is this, 1922? We're going to grab a towel and, like, put it in the, man, oh, no.
And then the comment section was so lit. And somebody was like, well, I guess I can understand because there are some actual, like, cloth diapers.
Lord, but no, you get rid of it after a while. You don't wear it for a long time. Anyways, listen, what are you gonna say? Good morning, have a shitty day? Like, no, I'm good.
That is horrible.
Something
Like,
needs to be wiped, used, put away. Like, plus women, we have that time of the month. Listen, I'm not reusing nothing. I'm not, hell to the no.
To the no, I'm just
This
saying.
is horrible.
It was
I
a
can't believe-
straight pass for me. I couldn't believe it when I saw
Yeah,
that. But
definitely.
somebody was like, I mean, it's a cute for like a face towel because it was like pink with like these cute little decorations. She was like, but I'm not gonna be using that for my booty.
Wait a minute. What if it was supposed to be the other towel and you used it for your face towel and you wipe? Oh no, we can't do this. Everybody that went to their parents' house. And, they have the towels that are special towels, and you don't use them towels. My mama has those towels. Shout out to my mama. I know she's probably listening. But you got towels laid out, and it's like, don't use those towels. And it's like you in there washing your face, and you walking in the mind like, that's the wrong towel. You don't use the blue towels. The blue towels are the bad towels.
It's just not cute. So I just wanted to see
Why
what
my face
it was. A
smell like
hard
that?
pass for me.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
That's your upper lip.
Hope you have a good day. Bye.
Oh my God,
my Lord.
that's just nasty on a whole nother level. One more thing before we go: saying goodbye to someone you love. People, you can say goodbye to somebody. You can choose to not have someone in your life anymore and be happy about it, and still miss them or still love them, and it is okay. It's okay to let go of things that are heavy on your life. I'm just saying. I don't know what's wrong with people always trying to attach to something. Bye. I can still miss you and feel good about you not being a part of my life because you're toxic, because you're a leech, because you're negative, because you bring me down, because you're detrimental to my growth. All these different things that you can write out your little list, people at home that are listening. So I'm just saying, for y'all that are
Abby talking to
listening.
somebody. Abby,
No.
who made you mad?
I'm
Who
not,
made you
no,
mad,
nobody
Abby?
made me mad, but I saw a video talking about that, and it makes so much sense because I've always felt that way. I've had people in my life that I've needed to not have be a part of my life anymore, and I've still cared about them, and I've still missed some of the interaction with them,
Yeah,
but
100%.
they were toxic for my life. They weren't good for my life. They didn't add to it. They brought me down, and it was the best decision I ever made. But did I still miss them sometimes? Yeah. Did I still think about them sometimes? Yeah. But am I happy as hell that I don't speak to them anymore? Hell yeah. So
Same here.
I'm just saying, like, you can live your life, but that's part of being real, right? It's part of keeping it real with how you feel about yourself and the people around you. So
I like a
listen.
little toxicity in my life, so I'm probably one of those people you talking about.
Oh my
I'll be like,
God.
I don't need to talk to
Oh
this
my
person,
God.
and then I'll be like, I can call them one more time. It's all good. They ain't gonna act like they acted last time.
Okay, love and hip hop.
Somebody get Cadence on a show, okay?
Oh, my
He's
Lord.
here for
Love
it.
and hip hop 25.
Right. Toxicity, number 1, 2, 3, 5, and 100. Oh no, I'll pass on. That's a hard
I'm gonna
pass
put him
for
on
me.
the Bad Boys Club, LA.
Let's go.
He's gonna come in there, but she says she love me though. Let me call her one more time. One more
Red
time.
flags.
Listen, aloha means hello and goodbye. So either or aloha, have a great weekend.
Either way. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Abbie Knights Show.
Wake your ass up. It's time for the Abbie Knights Morning Show, the best show in the city.